Good morning, beloveds. Foster's in here. I haven't coughed yet today. So Foster's in here purring away. Just absolutely. As the weather is shifting away from just the hot. All the cats have been like, oh, and they're starting to play and having a good time and hanging out in the windows because it's not so bloody hot. So we're supposed to get a cold front sometime, like tomorrow, I think, actually. And then there's rumors of 60s by the weekend. I'll believe it when I see it. Okay, it is October 2nd. Our title is Live in the Now. Our author is Nancy Purcell, and this is a flow chart of life from 2012. Okay. There are two thieves that enjoy controlling our lives: past hurts and future fears. What these thieves do is sap our energy and clog up our ability to do what needs to be done by us. I believe that what needs to be done by us is to make the world a better place in which to live. We are unable to fulfill this responsibility if these two thieves are controlling our thoughts. The clue to arresting these two thieves is to live only in the now. Making a decision to live only in the flow now does not close the door on the past or mean that we make no meaningful plans for the future. We are aware of our past and we express gratitude for it as it brought us to the present. We learn the lesson and then move forward to express our gifts from God in the future. The future no longer holds fear for us when we live in the moment. Understanding and knowing that God energy has been with us in the past and is present in us today produces a profound hopefulness in us regarding the future. With this in mind, we begin to understand that by taking each day as it comes, we are planting seeds and preparing the soil for a brighter future. Okay, and she's absolutely on point. I've seen it, I think even Sun Tzu said it, or maybe it was Lao Tzu. I may have them confused. But I've seen it written where they talk about how anxiety is living in the future and depression is living in the past. And having dealt with both, yeah, you're anxious about what's going to happen, but what you're anxious about might never happen. And then, and then you're fixated on the past of how you could have done things differently or, whatever. And it does. And it's crushing. And so it's the fact that she calls them two thieves, because they do. They steal the happiness from. So it's like, okay, yeah, you have a past. And if you've made mistakes, then you own up to that and you learn your lesson and you move on. And you forgive yourself for the mistakes that you have made. Just like you can choose to forgive others for the mistakes that they've made in the past. And that's just it. When we talk about forgiveness work, it is about whether or not you forgive the other person, let them know that you've forgiven them. When you forgive them within yourself, it means your past no longer controls you. You have let go of the past hurts. You have incorporated the lesson and moved on. And I like that she said, and it doesn't stop us from making future plans. We just don't live there. It's like we get so caught up in what could go wrong, It's like, well, but what if it went right? So it's like in the future, we make all of the relevant, or in the now, we make all of the relevant plans for, like, I know I'm going to have lunch at 1:00. And the best thing that I can do is make that lunch, which happened last night, actually, take that lunch with me but that's a future plan. But I'm not living in the future because I'm not worried about what I ate for what I'm going to eat for lunch. Like, I already know. I have it. I've made the plan. So now I don't have to worry about it. So I can get on with what I'm doing now. Okay? So as she says, incorporate the lessons of the past. Make the plans for the future. But all we have is now. And if we want to get stuff done, now is when we do it. So I like that she calls them two thieves. She's absolutely right. And like I said, in clinical anxiety and clinical depression, that's what they talk about. living in the future and living in the past. And it definitely robs you of the sweetness of the moment now. The sweetness of the moment now, which I'm enjoying right this second because the cat is snuggling. So while I'm doing this, I'm also enjoying that. And if I was worried about what I was going to have for lunch, I wouldn't be present for either one. I wouldn't be present for the cat right now, and I wouldn't be present for this discussion that we are having that Nancy has so beautifully lined out for us. I appreciate it very much so. I think Reverend Jesse was talking about the flow yesterday, or maybe it was on Friday. I don't know. Now I'm confused. But that's me not living in the past. So, and when you're present now, then it's easier to remember things. So let me go back and make sure that I have done her the justice that I can. Eckhart Tolle talks about the power of now as well. He's not the only one, clearly, because Nancy Purcell was like, you know what? Now, live now. I like that she says that there are two thieves that enjoy controlling our lives. Past hurts, future fears. And we have the power within us to let go. And then what she says down here, understanding and knowing that God energy has been with us in the past and is present in us today produces a profound hopefulness in us regarding the future. God is present in every moment because God is not bound by time. God is not bound by space. Therefore, God was with us in the past. God is with us right now, and God will be there in the future. When we are bound into these mortal vehicles, we are bound by time and space. God isn't, and that's the good news. All right. So the clue to arresting these two thieves is to live only in the now. Making a decision to live only in the now does not close the door on the past or mean we make no meaningful future plans for the future. We are aware of our past and we learn the lesson and then move forward to express our gifts in the future. The future no longer holds fear for us when we live in the moment because we know that we've got this. We know that we've got this. So the mission today, should we choose to accept it, and you think I'm going to say to live in the now. Yeah. But the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to let go of past hurts, to incorporate the lesson and move forward, and to let go of future fears. Let us know who we are, beloved children of God, with God present in our lives now, which means whatever is coming to us in the future, we can handle. And we don't have to do it alone because we have a community of like-minded individuals with us now. Okay? So, the mission today, let go of the past hurts and don't pick up the future fears. You just leave them lying by the door and live in the now. That's the mission. All right. And she gives you some good advice on how to do that. So I commend to you, Nancy Purcell, the flow, what did she call, what was her work called? A flow chart of life. So I commend to you, Nancy Purcell. All right. You have the mission. The other mission is the same mission I give you every day, which is the mission of self-care. It is the spiritual practice of doing something loving for yourself, doing something kind for yourself, doing something compassionate for yourself. Whatever that looks like, big or small, it does not matter. And living in the now is part of that. Living in the now is part of, loving, kind, and compassion. Letting go of the past, incorporating the lessons and moving forward. Sometimes that is the most loving, kind, and compassionate thing you can do for yourself. And I am going to straight up be honest with you, letting go of future fears, that, again, love, kindness, and compassion. Practice what could go right rather than rehearsing what could go wrong. Expect the good. And that is one of the most loving, kind, and compassionate things you can do for yourself. Now, it also looks like taking a deep breath before you speak. It looks like taking a walk, taking a nap, taking a break, taking a vacation. It looks like saying no to something that just really drains you. It looks like saying yes to something that pushes you a little out of your comfort zone, with the understanding that you have a support network. You've got your tribe with you to support you while you step out into that in the now. Okay. I also want to remind you that part of my love, kindness, and compassion, practicing on yourself, my goal is to get you to create that habit where everything you do is loving, kind, and compassionate for yourself and for everybody else. I'm encouraging you to create that well-worn path to the source of your own being, which is the source of infinite love, infinite kindness, infinite compassion, so that you can create that habit. And besides, you are your own best test subject. But what I like to say is eat dessert first. Okay? 1, yeah, I believe chocolate is the first step to fixing anything. But 2, it means don't save the good stuff. We don't know how long we have in this now. So burn the nice candles now. Wear the nice clothes now. Wear the fancy shoes now. Use the fancy dishware now. Go out of your way to make the ordinary extraordinary a little more often. You deserve it. Okay? And no matter what is going on in the world, no matter what is going on in your life, you deserve joy. Joy is a quality of God, therefore joy is a quality of you. Make room for joy. Okay? All right, beloveds. The rest of the suggestions are the basic, easy ones. Do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like for you. Drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. I don't know where that one went. And get that early in your day bright light. The sun's coming about 7:15, which means I'm getting out right about the time, a little bit after the sun comes up. So I'm not getting that full on sun in my face, but I'm riding through the stripes. So I'm probably getting that 5 to 10 minutes of, in my 35-minute bike ride. So, get that early in your day bright light. If you can't do it from the sunlight from 7 to 9, because that's when the earth's at the right angle and it stimulates vitamin D and it stimulates your circadian rhythms, which is hormones. Artificial light will help too. So, just 5 to 10 minutes bright light on your face. Bright light. Okay. All right. And then the last one, I'm going to give you my Ernest Holmes quote. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you, you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. It's all one source, right? It's all God, which means heaven is a mindset. It is a state of consciousness. It is not a place that you have to get to. Once you learn to create that state of consciousness, once you learn to create that mindset, heaven can become any place you are. That is a superpower. It's also a state of grace. You come pre-installed with the Christ consciousness. And in the Christ consciousness, remember Jesus said the kingdom of God is within you. So heaven is a mindset. Once you learn to create it for yourself, nobody can take it away from you. That is why it's a state of grace. All right. And then you become this island of peace in the world. And then rather than getting sucked into people's storms, you can pull them into your peace. You can pull them into your peace. I learned that concept from Reverend Kathy, and I'm just thrilled. Kathy Mastriani, she's the Queen of Peace. She's been on my mind and heart lately. I guess I need to touch base with her. All right. There we are. I guess I'm at the part where I remind you that to take Emma's advice, look for the good and praise it. You want to create a heavenly mindset? Look for the good. Count your blessings. There is science showing that a random act of kindness or an act of volunteer on your part will change your mood. So, there you go. Heavenly mindset. Random act of kindness. Okay. Right. Onwards. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark on the social medias that we are on. I am the Running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. I do encourage you. There are hours of content, all kinds of amazing things. Just go look at the playlists. COVID really kicked us off. And so we've got lots of content on both of those YouTube channels. Okay. And if you want to know what's going on with the center, email info@creativelife.org. That'll get you on the constant contact. Okay. Yep. So I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonder-filled day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a living in the now day, a working into the flow day, a letting go of the past day, a making viable future plans day, but not living in the future day, a recognizing where God is day, a good day, and if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved child of God. You are a divine spark. You are a brilliant light. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action, or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you're a Godling, in whom God is well pleased and well represented. That is the truth of your being. So I encourage you to explore the truth of your being. Peel back the layers of who you have been told you are. By gender, by religion, by culture, by society, by people that love you, by people that don't know you. And get to know who God knows you to be. I promise you, that person is good and that person is cool. All right? All right, beloveds. Reverend David should be on Facebook Live with you around 5 p.m. 5 p.m. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.